Hello, I just want to do a quick review of the 7 habits of highly successful people. So the first one is called be proactive. And be proactive basically means you're in charge of your life. It basically says that you can choose to live your life as if you have influence over your life. And it notes that you don't have influence over every aspect of your life. There are things that you care about that you don't control. I care about whether there's snow or not because I think snow is pretty, but I don't make it snow. So I'm not going to worry so much about whether it's going to snow or not. Um, I also care about whether or not my work gets done, and that is in my control. So I am going to spend more time thinking about the things that are in my control, trying to solve problems and even prevent problems before they even happen. That's called be proactive. The next habit is called begin with the end in mind. And basically that says, hey, you're in charge of your life. So what are you going to do? I want to do this thing. I want to become an amazing martial arts instructor that has incredible influence on people's lives, that helps them become the person they want to be. And I want to teach people of all ages. And, if I keep talking about that in a way that's clear to me and clear to you, I will have this end picture about what I want to create. And knowing where you want to end up in life is an important part of getting what you want, right? So if you say, well, I want to be good at something someday, that's less clear than saying, I want to be a leader in pharmaceutical technology to make medication for people with cancer easier to take, less disruptive to their health, and cheaper, right? So that's begin with the end in mind is a second habit. The third habit is put first things first. So what is that about? It means that once you know what you want your life to be about, make sure that you prioritize your schedule and schedule your priorities. So a lot of people have dreams, but they don't get onto their calendar. And that's the difference between dreams and plans, right? Plans end up on your calendar, plans happen. Dreams are just this cool idea. So first things first is about making sure you do the things that are important to you. Um, and if we make the first 3 habits a driving analogy, the first one's be proactive is you're the driver. The second one is know where you want to go. And the third one is take the turns that get you to your destination, rather than just meandering about. So those first 3 habits are what we call the personal success habits, and they're important for you to be successful. But they're really about what you do by yourself. So the next 3 habits are public victory habits. And so the first habit number 4 is think win-win. So a lot of people, when they're interacting with other people, think about, hey, how can I get something out of these people such that, I get what I want? And really effective people think, hey, how can I work with somebody so that we both get what we want? So that we both win in this scenario. And that's a great way of operating because in that way, if people know they can come to you and that every time they come to you, they get something that they want, they feel like they win, then they're going to want to keep coming back to you and they'll keep working with you, as opposed to if you keep on taking advantage of them, they'll be out of there. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood. So look, thinking win-win is great, but if you don't understand what they want, then you can't help them win. And they need to understand what you want so that you guys can work together towards that goal. So one of the things that people often do not do as well as they could is listen. So seek first to understand is a large degree about listening to the person you're working with and understanding their point of view. And then not neglecting yours, but using that as a jumping off point to understand, to be understood as well. Habit 6 is called Synergize. So Synergize is this idea that when we have diversity on our team, then we can do much better than if we just rely on our own talents and habits. And that when we attract a team, we don't want to just amplify or duplicate our personal skills and habits. So, for example, if you're really good at math and you're starting a company and you get another person who's just like you on your team, that may not be as powerful as if you get somebody who's really good with marketing or sales or baking, if you have a bakery or whatever your company is. It's important to have diverse skills. It's important to have a diverse mindsets. It's important to have diverse backgrounds. Look, rich people know how to work with resources that poor people do not. But poor people know how to operate with less resources and still lead a successful life. Which one of those is more important? Well, they both are, depending on the situation, and one could be really critical. So there's diversity of like background in terms of their wealth. There's cultural diversity. There's all sorts of different things, and when we bring in all those different perspectives and we truly listen to what they have to offer, then we can create something called synergy, which is like way more effective than just duplicating yourself or trying to say, well, if I get two people on the job, I get twice as much done. Hey, if you get the right two people on the job, you might get 5 times as much done. And so those next three habits, think win-win, which is work so that both of you guys get what you want. Seek first to understand and then to be understood, which is about creating understanding, listening, and also making sure that you are clear in what you want and what you are about. And synergize, figuring out how to get a team together that really creates amazing results, way better than you could by yourself. They're about, if you listen to them, they're all about how you interact with other people. And the seventh habit is, hey, if you do those first three habits and by yourself and those second three habits with other people, that's going to be amazing. You're going to produce some pretty amazing results, and you're probably going to be working pretty hard. And so it's important from time to time to take a break, rebalance yourself, rest, get that perspective that comes from just stepping away and coming back to work with a fresh perspective about taking that nap before you, instead of using that fuzzy-headed brain to do your math. It's about healing yourself so that before you try and go and help others, that you are coming from your best you. So that's the 7 habits of highly effective people, written by Stephen Covey, and we are reading the book by his son Sean.